Welcome to Hideaway Homestead. Back in 2022, we were able to purchase and set up a 24 by 48 high tunnel on our homestead. We purchased it from Growers Solutions. We were able to grow a lot of good food out of this high tunnel, and it just suited our farm, our homestead, so well. It just fit in very well. It was a good way for us to produce food, and it was a beautiful thing.
And then in the fall of 2024, Hurricane Milton came through Florida. This is the result of what happened to our beautiful high tunnel that we really liked. It pretty much destroyed it, and so we are now having to put up a new one. We have a new one ordered, and it has actually come in, and so we are getting ready to finish taking this one apart and putting up the new one.
We're taking apart this damaged high tunnel piece by piece, and I tell you, it was put together pretty well, because like in this area where Kevin's working right now, there are 3 layers of wiggle wire to pull out, and they lay on top of each other and intertwine, so it's not like you can just pull one and have the whole thing go. So here's the rest in case we get bored today. We have enough to keep us busy for sure. We're trying to get this door off now. There's one little stinking screw way down in the bottom. Did you get it?
I can't get the angle on it.
Be nice if we could get this weight and pressure off of this side out here.
Well, we seem to be making some progress with taking this high tunnel apart. You can see all the parts that we've pulled off of here already. We just sort of got them laying around everywhere. This is what's left of the louvers. And I started on this north end, just taking these poles apart and pulling them up, some of them pulling them out of the ground and getting the wood loose and all the stuff that goes into trying to get this thing taken down. We're just working from one end to the other, and then when we get to the other end, all of that right there will be the last thing we do, and it's actually the only part that's pretty much still standing, so it's going to have to be the last thing we do. You can see that I've cleared a lot of this out over here. It was in this area here, and I'm continuing to work on this end right here where these guys are all bent and pushed over. So I think this will be perfect.
Yeah, it looks like that's going to be high enough. I'm trying to get these wiggle wires out of the tracks up here, and there are multiple layers. One holds the plastic in, and one was holding the shade cloth in. So, and also I thought that we had removed it all the way up to the peak, but evidently we did not yet. So this will take some more work. We'll have to move the scaffolding a couple of times, I'm afraid. We had to move the scaffolding to reach the edge or the ends of these wiggle wires here. So it's not quite so high on this end. So, he has one completely free. How about that? Success. 3 more to go on this side.
Oh, that's not gonna work.
One more arrangement. We think that this will be the final move to get the last of this shade cloth and plastic off of here, and then we can start building the new one. Kevin has a very good idea, I hope, for how he can get the this big fan out, because it weighs so much that It's very hard to navigate, especially just the two of us. So we'll see if his new plan works. He already got one of those done. Here comes the second one, maybe. And yeah, then he has just a little couple of feet, maybe even not feet, on the third and fourth one. There you go, there's number 2. Those things are death traps. If you trip on them on the ground though, let me warn you. We like those wiggle wires, but hey, let's look for the final release here. I think if he takes the shade cloth one off first, because it's the top one, and then that shade cloth should fall with its own weight, because there's not much holding that in anymore. This wiggle wire really holds it in tight. There he goes. Looks like he got a little bit loosened up, so maybe that'll be enough to work it free. Ah, there's one. Yippee! Now, if you let go of the shade cloth, is that going to fall?
Yeah, it's loose.
Yep, it's all free now.
That piece is totally loose. And this one's about to be.
The shade cloth is not in perfect condition, but I'm thinking that maybe we can find a way to reuse that next year covering our regular garden. And if so, then that can add life to our garden plants for keeping them from the extreme summer heat. So it won't be wasted, but I don't think it's in good enough shape to use on the high tunnel. So we have a new one now for the next high tunnel. Dragging off these massive pieces of plastic that have a mind of their own. Keep getting caught on something else and something else. All right, we've got the shade cloth left to haul out of here and one more piece of plastic. I was thinking of shade cloth going in that same direction west. Maybe we can lay it out and fold it. Okay. We're folding up the damaged shade cloth. Oh, this is coming together. Pretty neat. It's hard to handle that size piece of fabric or cloth.
Yeah, it's 50 feet long.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, all the plastic and the shade cloth is gone now. We have this pile of plastic here that's on its way to the dump. And we folded up the shade cloth, put it over there on the other side of that door. So we can use that to cover our garden, I hope, once the hot days come back. Keep everything cool and extend our harvest.
Well, we're going to end the video here. Pretty much we've got most of this taken apart. What we're going to have to do is finish taking the rest of this over here on this end apart, get it out of here, and this end over here, we've pretty much got it taken care of. There's still a little bit left, and what the plan is to try to take some of this stuff apart and keep some of the poles that are not bent and reuse them. We're going to try to put them over into the other garden and use them to maybe put up a shade cloth over some of the stuff over there that we've got growing over there. So that's where we are right now, and we're just about finished with this project. Then we'll get started putting up the new one. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.